Volk versus Lopez 2 just got booked and a lot of people are not happy about it. But do you know why that match was made? It's because the UFC is an entertainment sport. First and foremost, entertainment comes first. It's not about purely people's fighting capabilities. Of course, some fans are not happy about that and they don't like it. But guess what? The UFC is as big as it is today because of that. Do I necessarily agree with it? I just think it is what it is. So a lot of the MMA game nowadays is your ability to promote yourself, to have some sort of brand behind you. I mean, look at Lopez. He has a brand and he's not out there trying to be the next Conor McGregor. He's out there doing his thing. He doesn't do anything that seems out of character for him. People are rooting for him. There's a story behind it. They fought once before. And even though a lot of people feel that he's undeserving of the rematch, people want to see it. That's at least what the UFC is banking on. They're banking on fans wanting to see a more general audience. The hardcore fans are like, oh, this guy didn't deserve it, this and that. But think about who's the most entertaining matchup, even though Volk beat him very definitively before. There were a couple of moments that Lopez had. People just don't really care about that beyond hardcore fans. Does it taint the legitimacy of the sport? Maybe. But the fact is the UFC was always like this. This is why the UFC blew up in the first place. If you think about what The Ultimate Fighter did, it was putting a narrative to the brand, to the fights. That's what people care about. You could have two people that suck, and if there's a narrative around it, people want to watch. You could have the two of the most technical guys in the world. If people don't know them from a bar of soap, they're not going to want to tune in and watch, especially not pay with their money. And the money shows. People show what they're paying attention to by where they put their dollars. And the UFC are really masterful at this. So they are ultimately a entertainment sport. And the entertainment happens to be fighting. And this is really important for you to realize. If you are at any level in MMA nowadays, it is very much about the skill that you have, yes, but the attention you can garner, the brand that you can build, the story that you can build behind your entire personality. So if you're someone that's like, I hear it all the time, I just want to fight the best guys. That's all I care about, good competition. If you want to fight the best guys, having a brand, having a story behind you, a reason for people to tune in, will match you up more favorably against better guys. In general, if you just want to fight good guys, then it's not going to be, if there's no reason for you to be fighting those guys in a narrative or a storytelling sense, it's much less likely to happen. So would you rather sit and complain about the system or give yourself the best possible chance of being able to have those matchups that you want? Whether that is you just do it for fun or because it's who you are and you want good competition, or you do it for the money and the career, or a mix of all of it, it's a factor. So you've got to take that into consideration. And I know a lot of people would think, but I don't want to be Conor McGregor. I don't want to post and do this stuff and do TikTok skits. You don't have to. You just get to post what you want to post in an authentic way. And if you put a strategy behind it, it's going to work. It's going to work. That's how personal branding works. That's why different people have different personal brands and they're known for different things. Look at someone like Alex Hormozi, Logan Paul. Look at even different fighters in the UFC have different brands. If we're thinking about GSP and Conor McGregor, GSP's brand, because he did have a brand, a lot of people are like, he never talks smack, and that his whole brand, his narrative was he was the good guy, the karate background guy, just elite athlete, the greatest of all time, but he didn't talk smack. That was a narrative behind it. He kind of did, if you look at the presses and that. The UFC sets people up so that they can boost themselves. That's why they have all these press conferences. That's why they do all of the media that they do. It's because they are giving fighters the opportunity to sell themselves. And that's what people care about at the end of the day. Yes, you could be like, I'm just going to rely on my fighting capability, but it doesn't really work just like that. Not in the UFC, not for most modern day MMA. If you want to get the best matchups possible, this is a really important thing for you to consider. But let me know, do you agree? What are your thoughts on the rematch? How do you think it's going to go? Mainly, do you agree with this? Let me know. This is all the art of being man. Embody that and it'll be all gravy, baby.